magandang gabi sa lahat ng mga ka-TGFI na nakatutok ngayon sa ating FB Live. I hope na you guys are safe and healthy. Lalo na ngayon nalaganap pa rin yung pandemic sa ating bansa. Pero kahit ECQ ngayon at na-extend siya until May 15, kapit lang tayo ka-TGFI. Let's not let this stop us from learning a lot of new things in life. And tonight, we have a very special topic and a very special guest. I'm sure sa mga nakapag-attend na ng past events natin sa mga past events natin like past event conference and side conference, nakilala niyo na siya. He is the president of Spectrum Investments and a property guru. So let's all welcome Mr. Carl B. Good evening po, sir.
Hi, good evening, Kat. And good evening sa lahat ng mga ka-TGFI. Kamusta na kayong lahat? I miss you all. And sa mga nanonood sa atin all over the world ng mga ka-TGFI, good morning, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. So, sir, before we continue, sir, kamusta po kayo dyan sa inyong tahanan?
Kami, we're okay naman. So, blessing naman na okay naman tayo. We are enjoying the blessing of time and the blessing of rest. So, although there are certain aspects ng buhay natin na medyo struggle ngayon, especially our offices, our finances, but at least we have the blessing of time and rest.
Of course. So, let's all value that time kasi hindi na yan may babalik sa mga ka-TGFI.
Yes.
And it's like, it can never come back again. So,
yes.
Hello sa lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon. So, hello from Mindy Policarpio, Patricia Ramos, JP Fernandez saying hello from Davao. Miss Aquapio Flores Gomez, she's watching from Pakistan. Well, all the way from Pakistan. Hello sa mga ka-TGFI na nanonood natin ngayon. So, pero by the way, if you have any questions, wag na po kayong mag-alinlangan, mag-comment na po ito sa comment section below. And don't forget to share this with your friends and loved ones para naman matutunan din nila to from this FBI. So, mga ka-TGFI, ready na po ba kayo? Now, so I think they're ready na. So I guess they're ready na. So let's begin na po, sir. So,
all right, Kat, sure. Let's go. So, will you ask the questions? How do we go about it?
Okay, sure. Sige. I'll ask first here. So, sure. First and foremost, advisable po ba na mag-invest ngayon ng the real estate industry?
Oh, sige, Kat. Very good question. But before that, gusto ko na i-share sa mga nanonood na we're opening up this forum para, you're free to ask any questions. Kasi, parang napansin ko, yung Q&A minsan nasa dulo lang. Tapos parang nagkukulang yung time, di ba? And these are the questions that really hits home, na talagang nag-worry yung mga tao, ganun. So, I want to share na this forum natin is to really answer ano ba yung mga worry ng mga tao right now about the real estate. Kasi marami nag-message sa akin, Kat, na, Sir Carl, ano bang gagawin ko? Ito yung situation ko ngayon. Hindi ko naman sila ma-answer isa-isa. So, buti na lang using the TGFI platform, we're able to reach out to many, many Filipinos out there. All right, so guys, just type in the questions there, and Kat, please try to capture it, yung mga questions.
Of course.
So we'll do a 1-hour all Q&A para matulungan ko kayo on how to process, how to analyze tong situation na to. All right, on that note, Kat, what is our first question?
Actually, first and foremost, so yun nga, advisable ba na mag-invest in real estate?
All right. So is it advisable now to invest in real estate? Do we have like a flash of that screen? Matt? All right. Dibale. So the first question is, advisable ba mag-invest sa real estate? Actually, Kat, that's a very difficult question to ask. Kasi we also want to be sensitive sa mga tao na nahihirapan because marami talagang tao out there na nag-worry right now. So marami, you are worrying about your future, ano ba yung uncertainty, especially do sa mga OFW natin na, alam mo, na-affected ng COVID. If they're in the tourism industry, kung ano man industry ang that will force them to take a leave. So I guess dun sa mga in distress ngayon na worried, anxious, definitely, now is not the time to invest in real estate, especially if your goal of investment is to make more, to profit. wag na muna. During this time na meron tayong uncertainty, I like to call it uncertainty kasi hindi naman natin masabi, Kat, na end of the world na, pero it's really uncertain. Ayan. But again, I would like to represent naman yung other side of the fence kasi right now, meron naman tao dyan na ngayon sila nagka-thrive. 'Di ba? Sabi nga nila yung dating nagbebenta ng mga ventilators, mga masks na hindi ganun kamabenta, ngayon hot item na siya. Mas hot pa siya sa mga iPhone at Samsung Galaxy. so, so there, to those who are thriving right now and they're enjoying good financial returns, pwede silang mag-consider to look at investments, especially kunwari, if matagal ka na nangangarap, pinagpe-pray mo tagal, Lord, sana umasenso yung negosyo ko, and now, biglang nagbo-boom ka. So, for you, na hindi ka nagka-struggle, you can start looking. Kasi ang maganda naman during this time is, I feel in the next month or 2 or 3, may mga magagandang mga deals that will come out in the market. Siyempre, kunyari, if you want to buy from this developer na naghahabol siya ng targets niya in sales, maybe you can get better payment scheme, payment options, mga promos. So, for those few na financially you're okay, then okay sa'yo mag-invest. Pero to majority like you and me, na na-affected tayo, we can slow down and just, take care of the basic necessities. Ayan, Kat. That will be the answer.
Oo, pero sir, syempre, for our ka-TGFIs out there, pinapaalala namin, kapag hindi ka pa ready, wag muna. Of course.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're financially ready na mag-invest in any platform, especially in real estate, if ready ka na, go do it. So, we also yun yung may recommend ko. Pero, sir.
Maganda yung, yes, Kat.
Yeah. So, meron ka bang may share na tips? So, especially for those na mga handa na. Like, you feel like, oh, handa na ako. So, ano yung gagawin ko so that they can choose the right real estate investment?
Yeah, oo. So, kumbaga, hey Matt, are you there? Don't forget to flash the slides, huh? So, if you're financially ready right now and you're looking at what property to invest, no? So, again, I will split it up into 2 types of buyers right now, Kat. The first type of buyer is yung end user. So, kumbaga, matagal ka na nag-iipon, matagal ka na naghahanap ng property, and then yung pera naman nandyan na. So, you can continuously look for properties right now. In fact, maybe now would be a better time for you to negotiate. Kasi parang may upper hand ka na maraming uncertainty, so ikaw yung may pambili, so you're able to negotiate well. But I guess the right mindset in buying properties right now, Kat, is you should feel grateful na, uy, ako ang namimili ngayon. Don't feel that you are in a position to take advantage. Huwag mo isipin na, uy, ako yung pambili, talagang pipigain ko to, talagang mahirapan siya para maka-discount ako. Wag. Always think na, uy, may pambili ako. Sino ang pwede ko ma-bless using this money? Baka meron tao dyan na dahil sa pera na pinambili mo ng property nila, you will be giving them a second lease in life. Diba? Like, Kat, may narinig akong story before of a property wherein there was this old person. Siguro mga 70 plus years old na siya. 70 plus year old siya, meron siyang apo na umaasa rin kay lolo sa school. Pero siyempre si lolo 70 plus na, yung capacity niya to earn maliit na. So they were really struggling financially. So they have this property na nabenta nila for 3 million. So yung bumili, so although alam niya na in need talaga si lolo, hindi niya tinake advantage ng opportunity. In fact, nakita niya to opportunity, Lord, thank you for introducing me to lolo. At dahil may pambili ako, mabibless ko si lolo using this 3 million. So nakakatuwa isipin na you're able to get a good property, natulungan mo si lolo, and dahil dun sa 3 million na yon, natulungan ni lolo yung family niya. In fact, ang parting words nga ni lolo is, hindi naman parting na, buhay pa siya, no? But yung last words, yung parang niya is, hindi daw niya na-imagine in his lifetime na magiging milyonaryo siya. Because binili niya yung property na yon 1970s, 1980s for a few thousand pesos lang. And now, 70 plus siya, milyonaryo na siya. So, win-win if you see the whole cycle, di ba? So, yung sa mga may pambili, yun yung ma-advise ko, have a grateful heart and Lord, thank you na may pampili ako. Ayan. So, saka bibili. If you're an investor naman, I think, I don't know where you can buy, but the way to look at it is to see is sino ba yung target market. Meaning, kunyari gusto mo bumili isang property kasi gusto mo pa-upa, pa-rent out. You have to open your eyes and say, uy, itong property na to, may mag-rent pa. Kung ako, ito, i-rent ko ba tong property na to? Diba? So, that's the best gauge. Kung ikaw mismo gusto mong tumira doon sa property na yun, then alam mong it's good. Ayan, Kat.
Okay, so rin nga, there are two types ng buyers na. So, first is the end user and
end user, investor. Oo. But of course, if you're an investor right now, you're in a good position to negotiate kasi I mean, possible talaga in a month or 2 or 3 na may mga tao na mas willing to let go at a lower price para maging liquid lang sila.
Okay, babasahin natin yung isang comment here. So, NC Vildas asked, what is the new normal? Ano na daw yung bagong normal in terms of the real estate? What do you think was the new normal?
There's many new norm na predictions, ano, yung mga social distancing, yung mga health, but siguro what I can see lang right now is the change in behavior ng humans, you and me. Nagbago yung behavior natin. So that will have an effect sa real estate. For example, siguro dati gusto ko super luxurious. Marami kasi ngayon, Kat, they realize the simple living is okay naman. Di ba, Kat? Parang, you can now, parang hindi ko na kailangan ng Louis Vuitton na yan. Hindi ko na kailangan ng magandang kotse. In fact, ngayon, pag nag-grocery tayo, parang hindi mo na kailangan magbihis ng maganda, di ba? So I think that one human behavior will have an effect on how people spend on luxury items. Yeah, that's number one. No? So I think people will be more simple moving forward. They will be more basic rather than more luxurious. Number 2 na nakikita ko, definitely any property na may hygiene and mga protocols ng sanitation will be a choice. Kunwari may mall dyan, may sanitation, yun yung magiging choice natin. And siguro lastly na nakikita ko is yung trend of online deliveries, di ba? So if you see the pattern, no, Kat, property is a parang byproduct of the human behavior. So ngayon, biglang out of nowhere, we are ordering online through mga Viber groups, di ba, Kat? You order your vegetables. So you're now being parang connected directly to the farm, to the Benguet farmers, to the suppliers. So we're seeing a shift that there will be demand for mga, we call it the inside the city warehouse, in-city warehouse. So normally, dati kasi lahat ng warehouse, kaya malalayo, malalaki, kasi merong way to transport. Ngayon, we're seeing a shift na gusto mo na magkaroon ng inside the city warehouse in San Juan, in Taguig, in Pateros, in Quezon City, in Malabon, in Valenzuela, in ganun, para mabilis na ma-pick up and deliver yung mga items mo. So that's another nakikita natin na shift in real estate. Ayan.
Of course. So, and since you did say na lahat tayo, even the working people, the business owners, lahat tayo apektado nitong pandemic na ito, this ECQ. So, my next question is, ano yung mga obstacles na hinaharap ngayon ng real estate industry simula nung nagkaroon tayo ng ganitong
mga challenges?
Yes, like challenges.
Oh, yeah.
Mga, how do we say this, yung mga problems na hinaharap ko ng real estate industry now.
Oh yeah, I guess to be realistic, marami talaga tayong challenges sa real estate industry. So I'm saying these challenges not to scare you guys, no, but it's really how, because say, Kat, my background is I'm from Ayala Land before, so having worked under Sheila Fernando Zobel, Jaime Zobel, you kind of have this corporate approach in everything that you do. Kumbaga, you see, pag may problema dumarating, hindi ka na emotionally burdened, but you see through the problem, see, okay, how can we solve this? How can we move forward? Ano ba yung mga pros and cons? Ano ba yung mga opportunities and threats? Ano ba yung mga strengths and weakness natin? So that's how we tackle problems. So right now, here are the threats in the real estate industry. Siguro, one very relatable sa atin is yung mga mall. Because nga is parang it's really 180-degree shift tayo, Kat, from a mall goer. Di ba? Parang biglang, dati talagang hindi tayo maka 1 week na hindi tayo mag-mall, di ba? Kakain sa labas. Now, because of this physical distancing, parang ibang-iba na talaga yung magiging demeanor natin as we go out of the ECQ. Magiging maingat na tayo with crowded places. Nakakatawa nga yung isang picture about Starbucks, di ba? Nung nagbukas yung Starbucks sa drive-thru, pati yung mga kotse naka-social distancing, malalayo sa isa't isa. So,
One is to one car.
Yeah. So this is a shift in so I'm just making light of it, no. But of course, there are really people that are affected. So if you look at the human behavior, you will see the challenges. So number one, the malls are closed right now. They've been closed for almost 5 weeks na. So imagine the impact on the mall. They probably are not getting rent. So yung mall is struggling right now, the big companies, kasi they probably have their own expenses sa mga employees nila. And then the stores, for example, you're a store that is a restaurant or you're selling mga goods, you're selling mga perfume or whatever, hindi ka na naka-operate, di ba? What if you have 50 stores in the mall? What if you have 100 stores in the mall? So your expenses mo times 100, it's now a big balloon na number. Yes. So the retail operator now is also worried. But yung mga iba nakapag-online sila, so nakapaghabol sila kahit papano, but yung ibang hindi maka-online, they're now burdened with the expenses like the salary of their employees. Now, they are burdened with the salary of the employees. It now chain reacts down to the worker. Diba? Siyempre, nafo-force leave na sila o nakakat yung pay nila. Na-affect na ngayon yung family nila. Diba, Kat? So, you see how that chain reaction is, no? So, it really affects everybody. Ayan. So, very challenging yan because of the mall. And of course, yung mga, as you trickle down, let's say, sabi mo na si normal worker na nag-work sa mall, na-cut yung salary niya, hindi na siya ngayon makabayad sa apartment niya. So hindi siya makabayad sa apartment niya, affected na ngayon yung landlord niya. So yung landlord na may utang sa bangko, hindi na makabayad sa bangko. So affected din si bangko kasi they are relying on that income to pay for their salaries. So not to scare you, but that's the reality of what's happening right now. Kaya Kat, talagang dasal-dasal lang talaga tayo na si God lang talaga makatanggal nitong virus. We're praying na one day pagising natin, wala na tong virus na to.
Claim na natin siya, sir. So, okay. Yung banggitin na rin yung sa rent too. So, sa mga may mga namin ngayon, yung mga nangungupahan lang, they have problems paying for their rent. So, what were your advice for that?
Okay, that's a really big challenge also. Let's look at it from the point of view of the tenant, di ba? So, ngayon, there are two kinds of tenants. Yung one, so yung isa, meron pa siyang sweldo. Di ba? So, meron pa siyang sweldo, but, syempre may kaba siya, iniisip niya, naku, baka one day, matigil na to, so I have to save cash. That's another one. Yung second naman is yung talagang na-affect yung income niya. So, ma-affect ka talaga sa pagbayad mo ng apartment. So, my advice to those tenants na medyo nahirapan financially to pay, of course, first, have a gratitude mindset. Diba? Masalamat pa rin tayo na we have the gift of family, the gift of time, the gift of rest. We may be struggling in one category of our life, which is financial, pero marami pa naman tayong categories in life na blessed tayo. Our health, our mental, our family relationship, ganyan. So, well, you can take the grace. First step is to take the grace period. You talk to your landlord and say, uy, landlord, basta have a communication, Kat. Huwag kang biglang mawawala. Communicate with your landlord and say, uy, landlord, uh, this is my work, na-affect ako, I'm in the tourism industry, hotel namin is closed right now. But you know what? I have nowhere to go right now, but let's do something together. Is there anything I can do for you? Kasi pwede ka magbayad, pwede in terms of service. Kunwari, o baka pwede ako mag-tutor ng anak mo or whatever. Offer ka ng value. At least makikita ng landlord na may effort ka, di ba? Ayaw mo kasi to have that entitled mindset, Kat, during this time of uncertainty. You want a gratitude mindset. Is salamat, landlord, na pinapastay mo pa rin ako in this property. What you don't want is, I deserve this kasi wala naman akong, saan ako pupunta, paano naman ako? So, work together. Be grateful. And then, siguro, pag na-feel mo talagang struggling ka to pay, really consider maybe going back to your family or kung may relative ka at makistay ka doon para hindi tayo nagiging burden sa landlord. Para, uy, landlord, after the ECQ, I promise, I'm gonna exit na and I'm gonna move back with my kapatid na may bahay dito. So that's something you can do as a tenant. Wag na tayo cause ng friction between you and the landlord. Usap lang, find ways to really have peace. Kasi you know what, Kat? These are challenges in life. And if you look at challenges in the Bible, it can also be defined as test. Di ba? Parang test ni God. Yeah. Nakatingin si God sa atin ngayon, ka. Nakatingin si God sa landlord. Nakatingin si Kat dun sa tenant. Tinetest ka niya. How would you respond to this situation? And if you do the right thing, maybe He will grant you some blessing and favor. Yeah.
Of course. So, yeah. As for that, shift natin yung point of view for the landlord. So, yung tenants ko, hindi sila ngayon yung nagbabayad. So, ano yung pwede kong gawin for them?
Ang daming problema, Kat, ano? So, yeah, mahirap talaga. So, again, first, approach it as a challenge. Diba? Again, you're affected financially. Some landlord, okay sila. Meaning, may savings naman sila. Konti lang collection nila. But there are some landlords naman na financially affected kasi umaasa talaga sila dito sa income to cover for their expenses. So, affected talaga tayo. That's what you call the chain reaction. So, again, if you're the landlord, first, have a gratitude mindset. Isipin mo na lang na, wow, I'm Lord, thank you for putting me in this position. Grabe tong challenge mo, Lord. Grabe tong test. How can I make it work? Na win-win kami pareho. So as a landlord, hanggat kaya mo, you can give the 30-day grace period. Ayan. Siguro ma-advise ko lang sa landlord, if you give the grace period, have a form. Or kahit konting informal kasulatan na, hi, I'm this tenant and I'm taking the 30-day grace period. I promise to pay when I get back to work, divided by 10 months, divided by 6 months. So just have that written agreement para at least yung expectation ng both sides andyan. And then, if you're the landlord, aside from giving the grace period, yung by the law, yung Government Bayanihan Act is only to give grace period. There's no free rent sa Bayanihan Act except to give extension of payment. But if you're a landlord na medyo okay ka naman, you can give concession. Kunwari, you can give discounts. It can be, if you pay now, 10% discount, 20% discount, 30%, 40%, 50%. So parang you just show compassion during this time of challenge. Kasi alam natin, nakatingin si God sa atin, anong gagawin natin during this time. Diba? Especially pag yung mindset mo kasi is, lahat ng meron ko, hindi naman sa akin. Kay God to. Pinahiram lang sa akin. Diba? So, yun. So, you can give the discount as my advice number 2. And then, basta really try to keep your cool and really have a communication with your tenant. Kasi may ibang mga tenant, talagang struggling din sila. Yan. Tapos sa mga tenant naman, always have the perspective na yung landlord mo, struggling din. So, pare-pareho tayo.
Yeah. So of course, for sa mga ka-TGFI, now's not the time to make a lot of arguments with sa mga kapwa nyo, especially with your landlord, sa mga tenants. Let's not make any arguments kung na tayo makipag-argue. Let's understand each other's point of views, and of course, make sure na meron na lahat ng mga decisions natin, win-win lahat. So, of course,
Yes, Kat. Tapos nabanggit ko rin sa slides ko na kung talagang, alam mo, hindi ka matahimik, you really want to understand it, you can also talk to your lawyers and to see what is the right thing to do. Kasi you know what, even kami, we try to talk to a lawyer for advice. Yung mga lawyers din nag-advise, so have compassion during this time. Parang wala talaga tayong magawa, just try to see what you can do. At least, kung binigyan mo sila ng grace period, pasahin mo sila ng form para ma-appreciate din nila na you given them grace period.
Yes, yung kumbaga naka-black and white na lahat para hindi na wala nang away. Of course.
Hey Kat, you know what? There's some questions coming in sa Facebook. Let's try to answer some of them.
Okay. So
para hindi mag-build up.
Okay, from Dave Russell Lee. So, related dun sa two types ng yung sa investor part. So, should they buy real estate now that interest rates are low?
Okay, interest rate kasi is just a tiny factor of the overall scenario. No? So, if you feel, ito, syempre, kanya-kanya naman tayo ng feeling. Eh. If you feel that you're in a situation na you're confident, financially, you're okay, hindi ka ma-affect, then that is the major reason. Because the 0.5 savings, the 1% savings in interest rate does not, you still have that big exposure. Eh. So don't make the interest rate as a factor. But if you're very strategic at pinaghandaan mo talaga to, na alam mong that a crisis is about to happen and you are financially ready to buy, then by all means go ahead. Pero this is not for everybody. High risk yun. A lot of people would just stay safe. Yeah.
Okay. So next question from Raymond Cielo. Will real estate property prices will drop on the next coming months?
Will what? Go down?
Yeah, will they go down daw ba, or may mga opportunities to go up on the next month, probably
okay.
July.
So to help all the viewers understand the logic behind the prices, no, real estate and with many things are driven by supply and demand, diba? Kunyari, diba, marami kang supply, you tend to sell it at a lower price. Kunyari, randomly lang, face mask, sobrang lakas ng demand ngayon, walang supply, tumataas yung price. So, will real estate prices go down? I think on certain pockets, there will be some adjustment. That will come from the secondary market. Meaning, I'm a buyer and binili ko tong property ko 5 years ago. And I'm now saying na, nawala yung job ko because I'm in the cruise ship industry. Maybe, para may peace of mind ako, i-give up ko na tong property price ko kahit 5 years ago na price. Diba? Kasi binili ko naman to ng mura 5 years ago eh. So I can let it go para mabilis because I value my peace of mind more than my returns. Okay lang yon. So I guess, so to answer that, to end that, so definitely, because of the human psychology that's happening right now, there will be pocket opportunities here and there. And Kat, I just want a quick plug, no? Just want a quick plug to all the listeners ng TGFI. You know, a few weeks ago, there was this post sa Facebook about mga gulay na malapit ng masira, di ba? Parang sa Benguet or something. Did you see that? And, and the gulay is having a hard time to come to Manila. And then you'll be surprised, ang dami-daming gulay dun. Walang bumibili. And then dito sa Manila, ang daming-daming tao gusto bumili, but they cannot reach it. And then there were some good Samaritans who came into the picture and connected together. Nag-bridge sila. So, nung nakita ko yun, I was praying to God and say, Lord, napaka-noble naman itong tao na to na nag-connect. What can I do during this time? Ano pwede kong maitulong? So I've been praying about that and siguro mga more than 2 weeks, walang idea dumating. And suddenly, a few days ago, biglang light bulb moment. Nagkaroon ako ng idea, sana galing kay God to, na Carl, alam mo maraming tao dyan who are worried, who are anxious, diba? Because maybe their job is affected. That's why I have this Bayanihan Sell Your Property project. So what is this? It is where I open up a list. Mamaya, if I flash sa screen, bit.ly/TGFI Bayanihan Sale Properties. It's a site wherein you can put down all yung property mo na gusto mo nang ibenta. Alright? Pero, medyo lower than market value. So nothing wrong with it. It's just that you're in this financial situation na you want to exit because you value your family more. You value your peace of time more. Para sasabihin mo na, okay na ako, I want to exit this commitment para I can spend more time with the basic necessities. So the Bayanihan Sale Properties is there. You can put your property for sale and we will try to find yung mga gusto naman bumili. Diba? Kasi meron naman yan. We're trying to bridge the two together. So yun yung aking ECQ project to help both sides. Yung gusto magbenta at saka yung gusto bumili. Ayan.
Of course, and thank you so much for that na project na ginawa niya, Sir Carl. Yeah, I'm sure it's also a noble task to do, especially during
Thank you.
Of course, so next, proceeding tayo. So, for the next question from Christina Bodina, based on your experience, what is the recommended bank to make you file a home loan? So, will it be better to consider more popular banks or yung mga not really that popular bank?
Okay, very good question, ano. You know what? Of course, it's really parang nakasanayan natin na if we go with the bigger banks like yung mga BPI, Metrobank, BDO, their protocols are more clear, diba?
Yeah.
And their branches are there. But if you go to smaller banks, I'm not so sure. But from my perspective lang, ito, I'm not sure. No? It's okay if it's a smaller bank. At some point, kasi hindi ka naman, parang you're the one who's borrowing money. So if they disappear, sorte mo, di ba? I mean, you see kung ikaw magde-deposit, gusto mo sa big banks, di ba? Para secure ka. But kung ikaw naman yung umutang, at some point, you're not at risk if they close down. I mean, I'm not a banker, but that's how I see it. Yeah. That's a little point of view.
But of course, for those who have ka-TGFI, if you're planning to have a loan, it would be probably better to deal with the banks you trust. So,
definitely.
Yes, yung mga kung sino yung pinagkakatiwalaan ng mga banks, sila yung the best na pwede mong kausapin when it comes to loans or any other bank-related stuff. So next
definitely
is so Mr. Jasper sabi niya, I acquired a vacant lot beside the New Clark City nitong year. So I'm planning to flip it by first quarter next year. So will the circumstances today affect my selling price next year?
Definitely. The circumstances today will have an effect on everything moving forward, no? But it depends on what type of property you have. For example, because of the increasing yung online deliveries, there's now a demand for what you call the last mile delivery. Ito yung maliliit na warehouse sa San Juan. Yung nabanggit ko kanina, sa San Juan, sa Caloocan. So if your property is supporting that need, then you're in luck kasi it will become valuable kasi the demand will be high for your type of property. If your property naman is catering to a business that is medyo humina, affected, then it will affect your property price. That's how you analyze it.
Okay. So, in terms of loans, so balikan natin yun. So, yung isang question here is, I have problems paying for my installment. So, what's your advice on that?
Oh, yeah. We have a slide for that, no? So, okay, this is a very big question. So, I'm glad you asked that, no? So, kumbaga, a lot of our TGIF and OFWs bumili ng property. Tama, no, Kat? I'm in the middle of my installment. Paano na? Okay, this is very challenging. So, again, we will split you up into two kinds. There will be one kind of buyer who is saying na, you know what? Parang yung negosyo ko lumalakas. I'm okay. So, if you're that, just keep on going lang. Walang problema doon. Kasi that property eventually will still appreciate and will still have rental income for you. If you're the other side naman na na-affect ka na anxious ka na, and gusto mo na i-cancel, here's how you do it. So if you want to cancel the property, I guess the next question is, do I get a refund? Diba? Kung nakabayad ka na ng 2 million, 3 million. Okay. Do I get a refund? The Maceda law, according to the government, kung nakabayad ka na ng 2 years, this is very simple, the Maceda law. Kung nakabayad ka na ng 2 years, ang ibabalik sa'yo if you cancel is 50% of what you paid for. More than 2 years dapat yun.
Yan. And it depends on the pricing, no? The pricing
Yeah.
For example, if I pay 10 million or...
For the Maceda law, basta malampasan mo yung 2 years, whatever you've shelled out, 50% ang balik. So, regardless of ano, basta 50% babalik. Basta naka 2 years ka na. But here's the challenge. Kung hindi ka pa naka 2 years, according to the Maceda law, nothing will be returned to you. There's no refund. So masakit talaga. So here's how you approach this. So, Kat, this is a very sad matter, no? Because our culture, tayo mga Philippines, relationship natin, we hold on very tight. Na pag nawalan tayo ng, pag kulang ang sukli sa atin na 10 piso or namahalan ng pagbili natin ng 30 pesos, masakit sa atin. Minsan to the point na pag uwi mo, next day, iisip mo pa rin yung kulang na sukli sa'yo, di ba? So it's a relationship with money. So now, if you're in a financial situation na you're considering to cut loss at wala kang ma-refund kasi wala ka pang 2 years, first, you have to accept na may loss talaga. It's just like a stock market. Pag bumaba yung value, may loss ka. But what you gain back is yung peace of mind and you keep moving forward. Yun naman yung importante, Kat, in our life na you remove all the excess baggage, maggaang ka, then you move forward. What you don't want is to have that burden all the time. Kat, I've had this, somebody come to me, nag-aaway sila mag-asawa and they've been fighting for siguro 2-3 years because the husband made the wrong investment a long time ago to the value of 700,000. So nalugi siya ng 700,000. So yung wife, hindi niya ma-forgive yung husband niya kasi nalugi siya ng pera. I told you already, nalugi ka, ganun-ganon. But if you look at the big picture, 3 years ang nawala sa kanila, sa kakaaway nila. And probably the relationship was affected. And probably nag-trickle down na, nag-chain reaction siya doon sa mga anak. Kasi nag-aaway si mommy and daddy, na-affect yung anak. And because of that away, probably hindi makafocus si mommy and daddy sa trabaho nila. So you see that? But if both of them realize, okay, we made the decision, we made the bet na dapat we will make profit pero hindi nag-work. Unfortunately, we lost 700,000. We cut it. We learn from it. That's why we move on. Diba, Kat? So I just want to share with you na ito nakatawa. For most of us, tayo mga average Pinoys, we look at losses as talo, lugi. Losses, talo, lugi. Yun yung pag nawalan tayo ng pera. But sa mga wealthy people, sa mga businessman, ang tawag nila dito, tuition. So if they lose money because of a certain venture, of a certain bet, they will say, grabe, 700,000 yung naging tuition ko. Pero ito naman yung mga na-learn ko. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna bounce back, I'm gonna be better. So, yun. So, going back, dun sa mga, you need to cut loss. So, pag naka 2 years ka na, 50%, according to the Maceda law. Pag wala pang 2 years, 0. There will be no refund. But, okay, there's a but, Kat, there's a but. But, you've got nothing to lose. You email your developer. You tell your developer na, hi, sir, I'm an OFW, I'm a ganon, ito ang ginagawa ko, I work for a company, ganon. May I, sir, request for an appeal if I can get a refund? Kasi talagang I'm deeply affected and I would like to stop my installment so I can take care of my 3 kids. So you have to create a story. Di ba, Kat? Don't be too defensive. Huwag tayo masyadong yung attack agad na parang, I've had so many people come to me say, Carl, grabe si ganon. Grabe siya, ganon. Sabi ko, did you email them? Hindi nga sumasagot eh. So, you want to have that engagement with your developer. Pag hindi sila sumagot, sa first email, what you do? You resend another email. You call. You send another email. Hanggang sa magkaroon ka ng, you know, you really humble. Iba talaga pag gratitude and humble mindset ka. You can even knock on the doors, you know, and really just explore with them. What can we do? Pero siguro, Kat, and all the viewers, just to give you an idea, hindi siguro 100% mababalik sa'yo. Diba? Maybe, maybe may 10, 20, siguro maka 20% of the overvalue ang matatago. But hindi tinago ng developer. I want to protect the developer naman, di ba? So that's to share, no? When the developer keeps the first 20%, it's to cover for all the expenses ng mga tao, yung agent, siyempre lahat. Huwag tayong magagalit sa agent natin. Naghahanap buhay lang din sila, just like you and me, di ba? So, siyempre may sweldo rin yan, may profit sila out of that na ginamit nila sa pambayad sa family nila. So, yun yung hindi maibabalik sa'yo. So, that's how you approach it. So, I just hope that yung mga in distress ngayon, just have a communication with your developer. Makiusap tayo na makiusap. Ang mga developer naman natin, may heart naman yan. Yun, Kat.
Of course. So, next question here. So, ating mga people comments. So, should we buy yung blank lots or yung condos considering the impact on tourism gaming and the BPO industry? So, what will be better daw?
I guess that's very difficult, no? We don't wanna predict too much, but definitely there will be a certain market who would say, you know what, parang mas gusto ko ng bahay lupa, diba? Mas gusto ko na. But the problem is reality check. With the amount of money you have, anong klaseng bahay at lupa ang mabibili mo? Maybe malayo na sa Manila, diba? That's reality check eh. So I think the condominium, because of its overall affordability, still serves a certain market segment, diba? Parang if you play that idea and say, okay, you have 5 million, you have 6 million, pero nakatira ka sa 2 hours drive away, would you take it? Mapapaisip ka rin eh. Diba? So again, it's not a generic rule. Some people would say, my work can be remote, I'll go for the house 2 hours away. Okay lang sa akin yun. Diba? But there are certain people who say, no, I cannot go that far. I can live with a condo. I can make it work. Ayan. Kasi in fact, in mga countries like Hong Kong, Singapore, there's mostly condominium dwellers naman sila. So, case to case talaga.
Okay. So I think siguro for TGFIs out there, if you're considering buying your own real estate property, always follow yung first factor is yung convenience mo from your work, from the school, and yung mga groceries, yung kung saan mo pwedeng mabili mga basic necessities, and of course yung mga other things na you need to have, of course. So next question is from Miss Charlotte Cowper. So, hi Carl, what's your insight about the ultra luxury market, especially the ones who invested last year around 500 to 600,000 per square meter?
Hi Charlotte, that's a very difficult question. I really don't know what's gonna happen to the rich, no. But what we know is they're still gonna be financially wealthy, diba? But how their behavior will change after ECQ, I'm really not sure, no. But definitely, the market there will be for people who have made it big during this shift, diba? I would call it shift kasi nagkaroon ng paradigm shift right now wherein the business is different right now. Like for example, somebody mentioned about e-commerce. If you're doing e-commerce right now, you're enjoying good business right now, diba? Parang from your bodega or your house straight to the customer, and you don't even have to hire motorcycle driver. So there's a shift right now. So if that shift, there will be new millionaires, there will be new billionaires. So sila yung magiging market ng mga ultra luxury property niyan. So I think it doesn't represent all, but maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 will be in that market segment, diba? And So yun yung mangyayari. Tapos if another question about the high end is, will the high end go down in price, no? So right now, I'm not sure if how it will work, but if you look at the human behavior of the high end, if I'm a high end person right now, am I rushing to sell? The answer is no. So it's not gonna drive down the prices. Why? Because if I'm a high end person, here's the psychology behind that. If I'm a high end, pag binenta ko tong 50, 100 million property ko, what am I gonna do with the excess cash? But yan yung problema ng mga mayaman, di ba? What am I gonna do? They will just say, you know what? I've seen through this. I've seen many crises. I'm just gonna wade it through because I know things will bounce back. So yun yung high-end behavior. Very different naman from the working class behavior na na-affect ng crisis. Ayan.
Question from 58 pardon. Can they continue advertising and promoting?
I'm sorry?
Should they continue daw? Should they continue advertising and promoting real estate?
If you have a property you need to sell, you need to rent out, definitely put it out there. There are more eyeballs right now looking at marketplace posting than before. So just put it out there because you'll never know kung sino ang magkakagusto sa property mo.
Okay, next, female Bermudez. So during this time of pandemic, is it wiser to invest directly in property stocks like yung ALI since they are cheap now compared to intangible properties? Or investing in properties is capital appreciation the way to go?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. No? Is it better to buy stocks or a hard asset property? Okay, I'm a property guy. So I would always go for the property, right? That's my personal. But if you ask me, is property stocks cheaper right now? The answer is yes. All right? So, kumbaga, from a price point of view, the stock has gone down. So, kung ano yung mas mura, it will be the stock market that is cheaper. But why I personally don't do stocks, unlike my friend Marvin Guermo, is yung stocks kasi it eats up into your capital. Meaning, yung 1 million mo pwedeng maging 900,000 or 800. And I personally, I cannot take that kind of approach. So I don't do stocks. But definitely, if you play the right strategy with stocks, medyo mas mabilis talaga yung pag-akit niya. So if you foresee that the property stocks is going up, then by all means, you can buy the property stocks since wala naman rush to buy hard asset property. So you can do the stock market right now. But again, be ready na if it goes to a downward trend, you're prepared. Yan.
Yeah, of course. So, other question for Mr. Edwin Alanide. So, for a small developer, do you suggest them to continue to develop given the crisis?
Oh, if you're a small developer, okay, if you're a small developer, it will depend on your financial capacity. If it was me, if I was a small developer and I'm financially liquid, I'm ready to finish my project, I'm gonna pursue finishing my project because once matapos to and we bounce back, your project is there and ready to capture the buying market. So that's if you're financially ready. If you're feeling uneasy and alam mo yun, hindi ka matahimik with your finances, then by all means, take a break. Wag mong mamadaliin. So it's case to case cut depending on anong nafe-feel mo and ano yung financial capacity mo. But ang maganda kasi sa property, if you finish it at walang bumili, it's just a matter of time. Diba? You finish it, walang bumili in 1 month, in 2 months, maybe in 4, 5, 6, 7 months, may bibili din. So at least, ikaw as a developer, tapos ka na. Kasi what you don't want to happen is, yun nga, we cannot predict what's gonna happen, diba? How long this virus will go, no? We don't know how things will turn around. We don't know yung development mo. If it's serving a new paradigm na problem. Meaning solving, meaning, di ba lahat naman tayo solving a solution, a problem. Kunyari, warehouse ka, then you're solving a problem. So, that's how you analyze it.
Okay, so next is, from the regarding the liquidity. So from Kevin Meresina, sabi niya, say you're liquid now and you have the option to buy a property. What type of property would you buy and why? So very personal question is, oh, sure.
Okay, maraming options eh. For example, in your heart, you've been desiring for a farmland, di ba? I think, yeah, that would be a nice answer. Parang, if there are opportunities right now that you see in the market na, uy, good buy ito and I can afford it. I think farmland would be nice right now because we're feeling na biglang na highlight yung basic necessity of food. And then, properties that solve real problems. For example, yun nga, nakwento ko nga kanina, there are some demand right now for inside the city storage facility, warehouses na maliliit inside the city for yung mga online deliveries. Mga Lazada, Shopee, ganun. So, that's also something good na property. And then, we're also seeing that BPOs, they have now demand for worker housing. Parang we're seeing that the BPO, they need to operate kasi they need to serve a certain company, pero nahihirapan sila with their staff to travel. So what they're doing now is they're saying, you know what? I would rather rent a staff house, a dormitory, and incur that expense per head, that's how they could per head, kaysa absent yung tao ko. Mas malaki ang loss if I don't operate. So this is what the BPO is seeing right now. So we're seeing an opportunity in serving that BPO problem of providing worker housing. But this has to be, maganda, decente. Remember when we were growing up, Kat, sa mga tulad ko, ikaw bata ka pa eh, yung mga boarding house, di ba? Yung mga boarding house na meron kang kwarto, pagbaba mo, kasama mo yung may-ari ng bahay, kumakain sila, kasama mo sila, and it's really not so nice. Meron opportunity nga ngayon to have that boarding house, pero mas bago, mas malinis, mas maayos. So there's an opportunity there for that kind of development. Parang yung boarding house kasi na model, nawawala na siya kasi ayaw na ng millennials ng ganung klaseng property. So ano gusto nila? Similar price, but privacy, clean toilet, quiet, Wi-Fi, comfortable sleeping area. Then malapit sa school, malapit sa office. So you see how we answer the question is not by dictating. We analyze what's happening in our society. And that's how you find opportunities. All right.
Of course. So next is from Fast Agsaway. Given the limitations on travel, would you recommend signing contracts with electronic signatures? Do some brokers and developers use it?
Okay. Signing contracts with electronic, no? I think if both sides are genuinely in good faith, alam mo yun, if both sides are genuinely, they want to do this transaction, the paper is actually just parang a support eh. It's really yung word natin, di ba? So, if yan yung case at trustworthy naman both parties, good faith, we want this lease, we want this transaction, it can be done electronically, no? But I guess what you don't want is you're the one buying. I guess pag rental yun medyo okay lang. But if it's a purchase, baka that electronic deed of sale will not be honored. So maybe if it's a purchase of a property, I mean, you have to ask yourself, ba't mo ba minamadali ng sobrang madali that you're putting yourself at risk? So if you're buying a property, if you're one of those people na talagang COVID na, naka-ECQ na, pero gusto mong bumili, gusto mong magbayad, gusto mong magkaroon ng transaction, then, by all means, I guess it's important to have that physical signature. Kasi if you look at the foundation of the contract, of a deed of sale, is I am selling my property. The lawyer is there witnessing me signing. I am buying this, and the lawyer is witnessing me buying. That's where the notaryo comes in. I witness both parties agreeing. Parang yung lawyer ay naging witness na, hindi, nakita ko, nag-agree sila pareho. So, if you do it electronically, and you remove that witness part, down the road, if you have a problem, kunyari nga, bad faith yung isa, If you're buying, syempre, mas worried ka about yung seller. What if hindi niya ituloy yung pagbenta sa'yo? Then you'll be in a problematic situation. So, it's an unnecessary risk to do that during this time. So if you can do it, just do it the right way. Yan.
Okay. So we'll read another question from Mr. Kevin Sanchez. So he has a condo with 20-year amortization, and he's planning to sell it after 8 years. So is it better to pay off the loan agad or invest the cash flows to other investment and sell my condo that is still under amortization?
Okay, that is a very difficult question to answer. So, by the way, I want to do some plugging, no? So, because of these difficult questions, I do my private coaching, Kat. So, guys, just want to let you know, this is a free. Normally, I charge just like a lawyer for coaching because it's really in-depth analysis. No? But for TGFI, because Floy made this request, I'm doing this online free coaching. So for those who want an in-depth, one-to-one private coaching, we do it in Zoom. Later, if a flash ni Matt yung bit.ly/CarlD private coaching, it's a link where you go to my private coaching page to learn more. So that question is very difficult to answer because yes and no yung sagot, Kate. Anong name nung nagtanong?
Kevin Sanchez.
Kevin, fantastic question. Very high-level question. Yes and no. Yes, as a financial strategy, that is a good strategy. That is very good strategy. That's how, if everything falls into place, you will accelerate your wealth with that strategy. But, are you able to handle yung mga challenges as you go through that strategy? So, yun yung magiging sagot ko sa'yo, Kevin. It's a good strategy, but it will depend on the situation that's happening. So, let's say for me, how would I approach that? I will put that strategy in my mind. I will know that. And on the other hand, I will also try to forecast mga threats that will happen to me. If you take this leverage, what if biglang walang renter? What if biglang walang bumili after 8 years? What if biglang the market softens? You have to be prepared. So, yun ang ma-advise ko sa'yo, Kevin. But that's a fantastic question.
Okay, so, basahin ko lang tong comment from Miss Laorny Lanza. Sir, course wisdom is not intimidating for newbies, real estate investors like me. He gives you a 360-degree view of what's happening. He gives you the pros and cons without sugarcoating. Nice one, sir.
Sorry. That sounds like a good question, but can you repeat slowly?
Actually, it's the compliment for Miss Laorny. So sabi niya,
it's a compliment. Thank you.
Yes, it's not intimidating daw, and you give the pros and cons without the sugarcoating stuff. So
yeah, Kat, thank you, Laarni, for your encouragement. You know what Laarni just did? That is a word of encouragement. Yan yung kailangan natin sa society natin. There's so much criticism in the social media world. But pag may ginawa kang mabuti, yun yung kulang yung encouragement. So thank you, Laarni, for having that bravery to compliment out in the public. Salamat. And that encourages us to not sugarcoat and be really transparent. I guess in this time of crisis, yan yung kailangan natin eh. I'm not saying naman na it's the end of the world di ba? But I want you guys to hope for the best. Ayan hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Di ba? Yeah, because there are far more important things than investments during this time, Kat and Laarni. Sabi, I tell people people come to me and say, Carl, alam mo, konti lang yung pera ko Should I invest in property? Sabi ko, wag na. Kung konti lang yung pera mo, don't take unnecessary risk. Gawin mo na lang, magsipag ka, mag-ipon ka, use active income para yumaman ka. And then, sabi, sir, nag-rent kami. Sabi sa libro, masama daw mag-rent, mag-gastos. Sabi ko, yes. If you have no choice in your life, yun yung binigay sa'yo ni God na mag-rent ka, then enjoy that rental house as if it was yours. Di ba? And then, it's all mental lang naman Bahay mo ba to o rental? You can make actually, ito, side kwento. Marami dyan nag-rent, di ba? But ayaw nilang ayusin yung bahay nila. Kasi inisip nila, rental lang to Ayaw kong pagandahin. Di ba? But
Yes.
if you accept reality, that's why accepting reality is very important. If you accept reality na, you know what, maybe in my lifetime, hindi ko na mabibili yung bahay na gusto ko. But I can make this life enjoyable for my kids. And I will make sure I encourage my kids para sila na ang makabili ng bahay. Right? So, that's a way to approach it.
Of course. Okay. So, unfortunately, we are on to our last question.
Grabe.
And, yeah, time
You know,
flies
Kat,
really fast talaga.
You know, Kat, I really appreciate this format na ginawa ng TGFI kasi that's what the viewers need. Yung question nila masagot. Diba? Rather than a canned presentation, talking about GDP, talking about the tourism, BPO sector, not everybody can relate to that, di ba? What we need is, Sir Carl, ano ba gagawin ko? Hindi na ako makabayad, ito gagawin ko. So those are my advices. So, you know what? I'm seeing your questions and, I'll pick up some, make a video out of it. And for those who want to do the private coaching, feel free to go to my private coaching page and check it out. Yeah, may konting bayad siya, but it's really minimal compared to the value that you will get.
Yes, of course. For our last
And Kat, can I do last question, and then I will plug my Bayanihan project one last time. Okay, last question.
Yes,
Sino lucky winner natin for our last question?
Okay, actually, it would be someone was asking. Actually, I would like to ask. So, how long? I would like to ask. Actually, kasi na to talaga. So, for the real estate industry to bounce back, how long would it take?
Okay, I think that's a very challenging question, no? Because we really don't know what's in front of us, diba? So I guess yun talaga yung right way to approach it. We don't know what's in front of us, but we want to hope for the best. We want to hope for the best and expect the worst. So there will be so you have to cut real estate. There will be certain areas wherein, kunyari ngayon, there are certain dormitories, apartment, expat housing na hindi naman affected. Alam mo yun, they're just there, they're continuously paying, their expats, their companies paying for it. Hindi sila affected, di ba? On the other spectrum, there will be certain properties na affected. So ganun din moving on. As the ECQ starts to, well, hirap sabihin kasi if you loosen the ECQ, hindi mo talaga maiwasan na may yung strike 2 diba, of the virus as we start to interact with people. So that's the scary part. No? It's a very challenging situation for our president right now. Na, should I open the country with the risk na dumami ang infection or should I keep it closed pero mahirapan naman yung mga tao, yung economy. So we don't know. But here's what I'm gonna leave with you mga ka-TGFI. Open your eyes. If you can spot real needs in the market, then you will not have a problem. Diba? For example, if you're selling motorcycle right now, bicycle, diba? May market ka pa rin, gumagalaw ka. If you're a property that's serving the medical industry, the frontliners, the BPO, then tuloy-tuloy ka pa rin. So if you're serving an industry na tuloy-tuloy yung business nila, then tuloy-tuloy ka rin. So, but if your property is serving a business na affected, then you try to open your eyes. How can I pivot? How can I shift my property so I can solve a problem? So on my closing, I guess property is no different than business. Kung paano mo tinitignan ng isang business, that's how you look at your property. Pag business, ina-analyze mo yung sino yung target market mo. Kunyari, restaurant, ina-analyze mo, how can I make my restaurant stand out in the market? How can I make my restaurant be relevant to the needs of the people? Kunyari ngayon, if you're a restaurant, you have to do deliveries. Diba? Yung iba naman, gumagawa ng ang tawag dun yung mga make your own ramen. Diba? Uuwiin mo yung gyoza at ikaw magluluto. So, nakita mo yung ganong pivot, wherein dati, di ka makadeliver ng noodles mo, pero ngayon, you create a take-home pack. And incidentally, we just had our lunch kanina. And guess what our lunch is? Jollibee Chicken Joy na galing sa grocery, di ba? So you see how you're able to pivot. Yeah. So yun na yung may iwan ko sa mga property owners out there. Open your eyes. That's how you should pivot for your properties. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Garvey, for providing us your valuable knowledge tonight. But sir, before we go, promote na natin ang ating third bayanihan.
Oh, yeah.
Bayanihan.
So, Matt, if you can just bring back the slide of my Bayanihan link. So, to help bridge, just like my farmer na nagbebenta ng gulay to Manila, I open up this project called the Bayanihan Sale Your Property Project, bit.ly/Bayanihan Sale Properties. So if you're in the financial situation, na you're worried, you're in distress, you want to stop your installment payments, you want to gain cash back, sign up your property in that page, and once mabuo na yung page, we will find a way. I don't know how. I don't know what's the future of this. I'm just taking it one step at a time. We will bring it out to potential buyers naman who might want to look at the properties that are for sale right now. Ayan.
Yes, of course.
There you go.
So,
Ni-flash na ni Matt yung ano.
Yeah. So, do you want to rush out your property? So, the link is on the picture on the slide. So, screenshot nyo na yan, mga ka-TGFI. And of course, if you want to book a private coaching, you can also screenshot yung previous slide on the private coaching. And of course, I also want to thank you, mga ka-TGFI, who will be attending tomorrow's webinar on how to create a crisis resilient online business. And open pa rin naman ang registration for tomorrow's webinar. So pwede pa kayo makahabol. So you can click the link on the description kung para malaman ko paano ko kayo makapag-register. Once again, Sir Carl, thank you so much for providing us valuable knowledge tonight. I'm sure maraming mga tao ngayon yung natutunan.
Thank you.
And marami din mga na-inspire to be like in a very God-centered and very positive lang ang mindset. And of course, maraming salamat sa mga ka-TGFI. I hope na may matutunan kayo tonight. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. We'll see you again soon.
Kat, one last. I just want to thank yung mga nag-comment, yung mga nag-share. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Of course. Ayan. Thank you very much din sa mga nag-comment. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye!